Right, hello YouTube, here we are again. Coming out for a quick blast today around like Hertfordshire and Pegsdon hills. We'll climb up Deacon hill at the end. Yeah, it starts from Pegsdon Road car park. You can do the walk either way, but I'd like to save the hill bit for the end. It's good views and that. And I didn't film back there, it's just the road. Basically from the car park you go down the road just a little bit, turn off left and then you're out onto the tracks. So it's about 10 or 11 kilometres, I think about 11 we'll see at the end. And yeah, just want to kind of smash it out really. I have a little break at one point. I've got some tea in the bag. Been a bit ill for the last couple of weeks, and every time I think I get over it, it gets worse again. But this morning I just thought, oh, it doesn't matter either way, you know, I'll just get out and do the walk. Maybe the fresh air will do me good anyway. It's quite cold today. It's about average of like 5 degrees, but with the wind it feels colder. It feels closer to 0, maybe 1 or 2 degrees. But the sun's out at the moment. Hopefully it stays good. It's not supposed to rain. And yeah, we shall see. I'll tell you what, that wind is very cutting. We're quite high up already. The wind up here, yeah, makes it a lot colder. Just about right for walking. I've just got a merino long sleeve British Army PCS lightweight thermal smock. I'll have to find an abbreviation for that. Which basically, like, I have got a video about this. It's just like thin fleece on the inside, a micro fleece, and then a nylon shell. And it cuts the wind and just you know, it keeps you warm enough when you're walking. You got to have your hat and gloves in weather like this, because that's what really suffers, is your head and your hands, because they're exposed, you know. One thing you notice, you see so many red kites around now. I think their numbers have grown massively over the last, whatever, in recent years. I don't know how many years, like a decade or more, that they've been sort of breeding and doing well, but there's red kites everywhere now. Hundreds of them. I mean, they're wicked birds, but I wonder like how much damage that's doing to the environment, you know, what other smaller birds they're killing off. Oh, it's really slippery. Whoa! Yeah, it's bloody slippery around here. I just started to walk and I'm sliding all over the place. Coming down this country road. There's a really nice pub there actually. Just over the road called The View. And I can smell the food, it smells lovely. Shall I just jack it in, forget the walk, go and have a nice lunch? It's tempting. But no, I've started, so I will finish. See, they've got those like pods. Just a little bit more road and then I should be turning off back onto a track again. I'm using Outdoor Active app, which took over from View Ranger a while ago. They kind of started transferring everything over, and they merged and they got rid of the View Ranger app. I think you might still be able to use it, I'm not sure. They were going to get rid of it completely though. An Outdoor Active app was going to be the replacement. I'm still not convinced by it. It's alright, but alright isn't great, you know. Like View Ranger was just perfect. It was so intuitive, like it's just easy to use, you know. A little bit of learning, once you got it, you got it. Everything was just pretty straightforward. Outdoor Active, it's not complicated, but it's a bit like unnecessary. Some of the options don't really, the wording of things don't make that much sense in comparison to View Ranger. You know, I was trying to get a rough track of a walk I wanted to do today, and I found one, and I just wanted to use it as a basic template but change it a little bit as I go, and it kind of just really wants me to follow it. Whether I go to navigate or I say use as a template, it kind of, when I was doing use as a template, it wasn't even showing up for some reason. Maybe it's just the internet had to find it or something, I don't know. but then it just really tries to force you to stick to the track. And I'm also doing it the opposite way around. It didn't like that either. But I just checked, it is recording my, you know, my statistics, so that's all that matters really. But yeah, not as good as View Ranger. I honestly think, wish they'd just go back to View Ranger. That was perfect. So you can see a lot of the hills in the background over there, and it's much flatter that way. I'm going round towards Pegsdon, which is a small town, village. So yeah, this is Pegsdon. It's not much really, it's just a farm, some houses, a little craft shop thing. Not much to it really, little village. There is a pub though if you do want to stop for a drink or a snack. Okay, so now I'm just following this basically. Keep going straight, and then at the bottom turn left. I think there's a bit of a road, and then it's the Icknield Way, which should take me all the way to Deacon Hill. I do have a plan for a kind of hike and wild camp, so I should be able to go straight from my front door, and I should be able to follow the Icknield Way all the way to Deacon Hill, camp there, and then walk back again the same way. I think it's about, from what I remember, it's about like 7 miles there and 7 miles back. So it's a good little kind of, you know, not too much of a beast, but obviously carrying the weight and that, it should be a decent little 2-day kind of hike. I mean, it won't take all, I say 2 day, it will be like, whatever, half a day there and half a day back, and camp on top of a hill. That should be pretty cool, but I'm not sure when I'm going to do that. Oh, a bit of a climb, here we go. Oh, this is pretty cool. Went up quite steep there, and now just surrounded by, I don't know, not really, yeah, small trees, baby trees. It's going to say shrubbery, but it's not shrubbery. It's a pretty cool little track. I think I missed that. What's a little, don't know what they were. I don't know if they were like female pheasants or some sort of partridge or something. It was like a little bird, a little flock of them. Just flew off there. Oh, am I allowed in there? Please keep to the public footpath. No public right of way. So is that the footpath or is this the footpath? I need to check on the map, because that says keep to the footpath and then that says private land. So I'll check the map. But yeah, the sun's come back out. Oh, it's really warm now. It's boiling. Up on the hills you get the wind, but down here there's a bit more protected. Well, as per usual, it gets to that kind of point where I want to drink my tea and have a snack. And there's nowhere to sit. It's a really muddy field, so it's not the best place to stop really. So I'm going to have a look at the map, see if there's anything a little bit further on, whether it's worth walking another 10 minutes to or something. Or just try and find a little bit of grass on the side of the field to perch up. Let's have a look. Okay, so I think I'm going to carry on a little bit. Looks like some trees and stuff up ahead. Probably find some shelter there. Probably not a bench, but as long as there's some shelter, I've got a little sit mat in my bag. I'm just sit on the floor and have my tea. I'm over halfway, so should be good now. So yeah, we're on the Icknield Way now, and this is pretty much home free. It's just, shouldn't have to look at my phone too much now. It's just a straight track pretty much. Okay, not the most comfortable place, but I found a little fallen branch here to sit on and chill out, just have a cup of tea and then finish off the rest of the walk. Well, I forgot to put milk in it, but it doesn't really need it, to be honest. It's just tea with honey, squeeze some lemon juice in there, and plenty of honey, so it's nice and sweet. And it's handsome. That's good. So this is new. It's a hot or cold flask. My show. Got it at half price because they had half price sale recently. I don't think I would have paid the full price, and I'll be disappointed if I did pay the full price for this. It's quite nice, you know, it's nicely presented and everything. Insulates well, but There's two major design flaws really, and it's that you can't beat the design of the traditional old school flask. So one is the lid. The old school flask lid has the internal bit that screws in, and then it has the lid on top of that which doubles as a cup, so you don't have to carry a cup. It also has 2 layers of protection against leaks, and this lid is not the best design really. It's only got one small rubber washer inside it, and once that breaks down it's pretty much screwed. Then if you can order spares, but that lid is the only thing stopping it spilling, so if you don't screw it on properly, really tight, it does leak, and it has leaked. So you have to really make, it's not the easiest lid to screw on either, it's like you have to fiddle with it a bit. So it's kind of like, you know, bit of a design flaw in that sense. I'll probably do a separate review video on this maybe. You know, it's not all bad, I do like it, it's cool, it's lightweight for what it is. It does keep things hot pretty well. It's well made, you can see that. It's good stainless steel, good quality. Just think there's a bit of a design flaw in the lid there. But anyway, I'm getting a bit higher again. Just hot, cold today. It's one of them walks in that kind of weather where you just you have to keep trying to sort of regulate your temperature. And the thin merino base layer, and this British Army smock is a good little combo actually for winter. And I sort of said that at the beginning of the video, but it has worked well. It regulates your temperature fairly well. I did have an idea of doing a walk with all natural fibres and then doing a walk with just synthetics. I was looking through my wardrobe of hiking gear and I was thinking, I'm not sure I can actually achieve that. 100% natural fibres would be difficult, especially when it comes to walking trousers, without going and spending hundreds on new gear just for the sake of a video. I think it would be quite hard to do. Here it is. So I could have continued on the Icknield way, come up from the other side, but I think this is going to have better views here, so I'm going to choose this one. I just came off the path a bit there, just to show you all around here, and the same as when we get to Deacon Hill, you'll see there's all these dips in the land. And this is a cool little place to camp if you just got a bivvy bag. You come in one of these dips, you hunker down, and you're protected on all sides from the wind and that. Obviously the only thing is if it does start to rain really badly, you're basically in a swimming pool. Anyway, there's plenty of ways down, you know, if you just want to get down, because we're quite high up now. But if you can see in the background there's like a fence running across there, that's what we're going to track along. So I'm going to go back to the track and go all the way along to Deacon Hill, because we don't want to go down yet. We want to get to that beacon, the Deacon Hill beacon, the Deacon beacon. Fuck you, bench, where were you when I needed you? Okay guys, here we are. This is the Deacon beacon. This is the beacon of, well, I suppose it's a trig point for Deacon Hill, the highest point around for quite a while. Can't remember how high it is. It's not that high, I mean it's a hill, but I'll put the stats up at the bottom. And yeah, and I'll put a link in the description to our video where we camped here on summer solstice. It actually rained in the morning, which was a bit disappointing, but yeah, you can see all the dips in the ground. It's like that all around here. So I'd like to come here when I know that it's going to be good enough weather, with just a baby bag, no tarp, or just a small poncho tarp or something, you know, just camp in one of these ditches here. I think that'd be pretty cool. almost back to the car. Deacon Hill's up there. I came down, and just next to me on the other side of there is the Icknield Way, which continues on. But all the gates to go through to it were locked. I could have just hopped over it, but I thought I want to find, you know, the right way to go. But that's a bit strange, because the Icknield Way is obviously like a really well-known path. These are all rights of way, so it's weird that they'd lock the gate between here and a main path. You know, it's a bit odd. Unless the local farmers have done it or something. There was some guys back there with sheep and stuff. You know, sometimes they lock gates that they shouldn't, put barbed wire in places that they shouldn't, stuff like that. Or maybe it's the local trust just trying to let the path rejuvenate a bit or something. I don't know. But they seem to want you to go this way, which is fine. It's take me back either way. It doesn't really matter. Just found that a bit strange. But yeah, nearly done. Alright, the car park's just there, so I'm not going to film there because it's right by a busy road and it's just going to be noisy. But that is it basically. That's the walk done. Got a few reviews in the pipeline that I want to do. Well, not necessarily reviews, but sort of show and tell videos about some gear. Is there anything you want to know about in particular, let me know. I'll try and do a video on it. And I'm re-exploring barefoot shoes again, really, and trying to give it a better go this time. And I really felt today, like, to be honest, I didn't like wearing boots. They felt like they're changing the way I walk and they're restricting my movement slightly. I think proper hiking boots always have their place, but countryside like this, the only problem is the mud. It's really muddy and wet, so you kind of need proper waterproof leather boots. But I don't know, something I'm going to explore again, so I might do some more videos and some more barefoot shoes. But until then, yeah, it's been a good day. The weather's held up, so